Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Fooly, and today I'm bringing you guys a little bit of a different video. Once again, I'm going to be a little bit less animated than usual because I actually want to know what you guys think of this. It's a topic that's been on my mind for at least a few months now, pretty much since the Vanguard beta, and today we're talking about rant channels and exactly what they do for the health of Call of Duty, as well as the community, contrary to popular belief, at least from my perspective, from the inside looking out, because a lot of you guys would consider this channel a rant channel, which doesn't offend me. I'm not really bothered by it. If you've seen my videos over the last 3-4 months, I've just been smoking Vanguard, so it's a pretty fair statement. But before I get into it, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Let's try to hit 100 likes on today's video. I'm pretty sure we could do it. It's gonna be a pretty controversial one, so if we could do that, that would be nice. And actually, hold on, before I start today's video, I just want to know down in the comments right now, do you think rant channels are actually helping the community right now? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's get right into it. So, I'm not too sure how to start today's video other than just saying right off the bat, I feel like rant channels nowadays are actually much more beneficial to the community than a lot of people would admit. And what I mean is, there's a lot of people who will see channels like mine, like Blame Truth, like NEROSCINEMA, and a couple of other YouTubers and just straight up say, we're just hating and we're just ranting for views. And first of all, that's just not true. If you want proof of that, go ahead and look at every single rant channel on Call of Duty right now. Better yet, go look at every single content creator for Vanguard right now. We're all down bad all across the board. None of us are getting views right now, so this whole you're just ranting for views, it doesn't really work right now because nobody's getting views. But one of the other main arguments against rant channels right now is we're complaining about things that don't matter and all we're doing is ranting and complaining. And as cliche as this sounds, I'm ranting and I'm complaining about things that I actually want fixed in Call of Duty, especially right now in Vanguard. There are tons of things that need to be fixed. There's tons of things that need to be addressed, and right now they're just not. And especially with the last 3 COD titles, I'm gonna push it as far as to say, I think rant channels are actually benefiting the entire community much more than people think. A lot of people seem to forget, before Vanguard came out, before the beta came out, there was a leak that came out about Vanguard that said the game was gonna launch with 8 maps. It also said that the game was in a horrible state, which honestly, if you think about it now, it's very accurate. But the whole thing about 8 maps, that was heavily complained about by a lot of content creators, not just on YouTube, but on Twitter, on Twitch, on Reddit. But look at what happened after. Going into the beta, we found out that it was no longer going to be 8 maps. It was going to be 16 maps rather than 8. We also found out that mounting wasn't going to be as OP because there's going to be destructible cover, there's ways to kill them, all of the doors were going to be completely destructible, kinda. And honestly, with that change that was made, I think you can kind of chalk it up to community outrage, because a lot of people really didn't like that news. Now, going into the beta of Vanguard, what did we have? We had really slow movement. We had horrible audio. We had horrible visuals. There was this smoke that would come out of your gun and it was really ugly and you couldn't really see people. The minimap didn't work. There was no ninja perk. And let me tell you guys, specifically from my experience, I put out a huge rant along with a ton of other people about how bad the beta was for Vanguard. And do you want to know what happened right after? We got this huge bombshell of news saying that Ninja was going to be a perk again. Even though Dead Silence was still going to be a field upgrade, we were told that the movement was going to be a lot less clunky, that it was going to be a lot faster too. We had a new perk to make the minimap work properly, which to this day is still one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard, but at least we have that. Modern Warfare 2019, piece of shit COD. Not only that, the entire audio got reworked. The smoke out of the guns that made things look weird, that was completely gone, and the visibility was also heavily improved. Now, that doesn't really change the fact that Vanguard fucking sucks, but at least it's much better than what it could have been, than what it probably would have been had we not ranted about it, had we not complained about it, had the community not been outraged over the last 2 years of COD before this. We'd probably be playing a really bad version of this game, and I can't even imagine what that would look like, because right now in its current state, upgraded with actual community feedback being implemented, this game looks like fucking shit. Despite how annoying we are, trust me, I can admit this, we are the most annoying group of content creators that there is. Actually, best class setup videos, those are really... Yeah, you know what? Rant channels for right now, we're pretty much the most vocal, the most annoying, the most in-your-face content creators that there is right now. And despite how much you might hate these rant channels, I feel like we're actually pushing the community in the right direction. Again, despite how loud and annoying we are, the message is very clear, and most of the time, the developers and even Activision themselves, they'll kind of admit to the problems that rant channels bring up, that the community brings up when they're outraged. How many times has Sledgehammer apologized for this game? How many times has Activision come out of nowhere and said, look guys, we're trying to make this game better, we're trying to make Warzone better, we're trying to make Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War playable and give them more content? When else has that happened? And even more recently, Season 2 was delayed because of how much people complained about Season 1, because let's be honest, Season 1 was fucking horrible. It was boring as all shit. The devs went on 2 vacations, and trust me, we made it very clear that they're a bunch of morons for doing that. Despite what you think about Activision, despite what you think about the devs, it was not right. The game was in a horrible state, and they literally left it like that for like 2 months straight. They came back, apologized, delayed Season 2, and look, Season 2 is still shit, but it probably would have been a lot worse if they didn't delay it. Once again, thanks to how many people complained about it. Again, a lot of people think that rant channels are just pure toxicity and we have nothing good to offer. Guys, we made it so known that Vanguard sucks this badly that they're probably gonna make MW 2019 Part 2 come out earlier than it's supposed to. It's apparently gonna come out in October instead of November, maybe even sooner than that too. When else has that happened other than when we're smoking the dog shit out of COD? And please don't get this confused. I'm not saying that some dev looked at a Blame Truth video and was like, oh, looks like I gotta make the minimap back to normal. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying the amount of views and support that Blame Truth gets, despite how many people probably despise him. Look at some of the things that he's complained about. A lot of people either agree with it, or it's a lot of things that have already been addressed or fixed at this point. And even with the next COD, Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2, there's rumors that the minimap is going to be the classic minimap. Think about that, guys. This is Infinity Ward we're talking about. The dumbest group of individuals you will ever see in your life. Joe Seacott, the guy who literally dry humps doorknobs, the man who created safe spaces. He's actually turning his back on the idea that the minimap should not exist to help noobs. And why might that be? Because so many people complained about it. How many rant videos have you seen on the minimap? How many Reddit posts have you seen talking about the minimap? How many Twitter threads under the developers' comments have you seen talking about and criticizing the minimap decision? How many times have you seen rant channels bring up a problem that you agree with, and then finally down the line, enough people talk about it and enough people complain about it, and then finally it's either fixed or addressed at the very least? I know we can be evil sometimes, guys. I know we can be very loud sometimes. We can say some pretty fucked up shit. But at the end of the day, we just want the game to get better, because this game should not be acceptable for what it is right now. The game sucks, alright? Let's be honest. Modern Warfare 2019 was not very fun. Black Ops Cold War was boring as all fucking hell. Vanguard is probably a bottom 2 Call of Duty of all time, and now we're finally seeing changes. And honestly, I feel like rant channels and content creators that are criticizing Call of Duty and Activision, I feel like we actually made a dent in whatever the fuck they were doing before, and now we're actually seeing some changes with the franchise. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Let me ask you guys a question. Who is your favorite rant channel, and what problem did they address that you actually agreed with that not a lot of people were talking about before? It's an interesting question. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles. It's been a